Oh, I thought I clicked the talk button, but
All right.
there we go.
There we
Hi,
go.
Habeas Corpus. How you doing?
Hi, Kelly. Hi, Scott. They got the name wrong. It's habeas porpoise.
Habeas
okay.
corpus. Okay. That makes sense. That makes a lot more sense.
It doesn't make any sense to me, but hey, nice to talk to you guys. Some months ago, I guess this maybe 6 or 8 months ago, I called one of the Sunday shows to say I was rejoining my church of origin, a very liberal, progressive church, Disciples of Christ, very vanilla, very progressive, very LGBT, welcoming. And they were happy to have me as an atheist. I told them up front, I'm a humanist, I'm an atheist, I'm a skeptic. They're like, come on in, come on in. And I did it for 3 reasons. Community, because I grew up with these people. I live in a town of 11,000 people, so I knew most of the people one way or another in the church. I did it for community as a nexus to do community good, distributing food, clothing, helping people when they need it, and an opportunity to learn and to teach. And some of the atheist community gave me grief over joining a progressive church.
Do you mean like online community, or are you talking about community in your area?
Online.
Okay.
A couple of people actually said, you were never an atheist in the first place.
That old chestnut. Okay, well, if you don't believe in a God, that's how it works, right?
Yeah, I think there tends to be, and we've all heard that about the angry atheists, and most of them tend to be online, and I think maybe these are the people you're experiencing, and I don't agree with them. I'll be honest with you. I think everybody should be free to do whatever they feel like doing. If you feel that's the best outlet for you to live that life that you choose and to do those things that you want to do, I don't have a problem with you doing it, especially if you're not going there to believe, but to do those things. And anytime you're doing good for your community, I don't care who you're doing it with or what avenues you're doing it through, you're doing a good thing. So I'm behind you 100%.
You said people were giving you a hard time. Are they giving you a hard time because of what you are specifically doing, or are they saying that you are harming the atheist community or atheist effort, or what exactly were they giving you a hard time about? Are they saying that you're
the vibe I get is that I'm a traitor to the cause.
Okay.
By joining a church, I'm compromising. You know what? I raise a lot of interesting questions at that church. Think of me as the secret agent, as the mole who's saying, was it really was there really a global flood? Not that those people even believe that, but it's a wonderful community. I've made a lot of friends up there, and I can't fathom why atheists would care. A lot of people said, couldn't you find community in public service and yada yada somewhere else? I have looked. I've joined political groups. I've looked a number of groups. I have not found anything that compares to this group of people.
Okay. So it's a personal connection then. It's not, you go and you participate in the religious rituals and the hymn singing, and do you take communion?
I do take communion. I can always use a cracker and a little tiny bit of grape juice. Why wouldn't I?
Okay. Well, speaking on behalf of all atheists, no, of course I'm not. Speaking on behalf of myself, I wouldn't necessarily have a problem with that per se. I would say, I would say that promoting the idea that that's the only place and way that you can find community perhaps could be seen as a negative way. But again, all of these judgments would be divorced from your context, right? So maybe you've tried, maybe you need personal connection just like anybody else. You need to have, I don't know, something to do on Sundays like everyone else. And the fact that you decide to do that in itself, I don't think is necessarily quote unquote, sabotaging or betraying of the atheist cause. I will say there's going to be assholes in any group pretty much. And there's plenty of asshole atheists out there too, that are going to give you shit for doing things that you enjoy. If you don't believe in a God, then you're an atheist. That's the bottom line there. If you like singing songs and you like sitting in a pew and you like taking your cracker and your grape juice, then, there are worse things that you could be doing. Personally, I wouldn't necessarily judge somebody just for doing that. We all have our own situations, and we all try to be human and deal with things and interact with people and have meaningful experiences in our life. And so if you're looking for some sort of support or some sort of backup, I mean, I suppose we could provide that for you here. I mean, I think, both of us, we feel that, you're not being a bad atheist by any stretch of the imagination. However, but I can see how it could be seen as promoting religious belief. If you're saying that a church is the only place that you can find community, clearly that's not the case. We're demonstrating that as we speak right now. You're communing with other atheists, and we're not promoting any irrational beliefs. And so,
it's the best.
It's-
It's the best place for me. It's a mile
For you to have face-to-face contact.
This church is super into food, and I love to cook. So there's a lot of food sharing going on here, and that's great.
Mhm.
Great for me too. There's just a lot of positives here, and very few.
Let me
negatives.
let me ask you: have your attitudes towards your belief in God changed in all the months you've been going to the church?
Oh hell no.
Yeah, that's what I thought. That's what I was expecting to hear. And that's why I don't understand why you're betraying atheism. And honestly, I don't even know how you can betray atheism. That just seems like a weird concept to me to begin with, right?
You didn't have to sign the contract?
No, I did. Well, I'm not an atheist. I'm an ichthyist.
Oh, right. Okay, that's it. Right.
That's
okay.
why.
Yeah, we'll send you one in the mail.
Okay.
Let me ask you this, Porpoise.
Check.
How would you feel? And I'm just playing devil's advocate here. How would you feel if at some point you found out that somebody became a theist because of your participation in the social activities at this church?
I would say that is entirely up to them. I have no
Okay.
control
Good
over it.
answer.
I'm going to speak my piece, and if
Mhm.
they can take it however they want it. Let me tell you something else. This church does some interesting stuff. For the summer, we're doing Wednesday movie night. We get together and watch a largely secular, usually secular movie. Once a month, we get together for what's called beer and Bible study, where we go over to somebody's house and drink beer and talk shit about the Bible. So I'm happy here. I just had to offer a little pushback since this first came up on an ACA show months ago. But for God's sake, I'm connecting with friends. I'm doing community good. I'm liking these people. If you don't think I should be doing that, fuck you. I'm still going to do it. So that's
I volunteered at a church that did a food pantry program where they gave out free food once a week to people. And I had nothing to do with the church at all, but I helped them run the food pantry. So like I said, I don't see any problem with it myself.
Yeah, I wouldn't say I necessarily have a problem per se with what you're doing. Just if you want to try to wrap your head around the naysayers that you're experiencing in the atheist community, perhaps they could view what you're doing and whether or not this is what you're doing as, all we know about you is the couple of minutes that you've explained to us, but just trying to understand where some of the pushback might come from. Perhaps they see any kind of promotion of religious beliefs would be harmful to society, and they might consider that participation in these activities is kind of a de facto support. And I don't necessarily, I'm not saying that that's my position, but I can understand how somebody might think that. And the feedback that you're getting from these online atheists, remember, they might not understand your context, but then you also don't understand their context too. And so they might be sore about something or touchy about something, or maybe somebody was just calling them, a fake atheist or a traitor to the cause and that kind of thing. And so there could be many, many different reasons why you might be hearing that kind of thing. And so I would encourage you to first of all, not take it personally. If people that don't know you are criticizing you, then, okay, fine. That's what you think. That's okay. I think that if you're doing, if you're taking care of yourself, doing what's good for you, and I think if you're conscientious and trying to make a positive, if one person accuses you of supporting religion and saying that, lending credence to some of their beliefs, you could flip the script and say the same thing that you said to us at the beginning. You kind of see it as a way of like almost like you're a mole, kind of, right? Maybe you are influencing other atheists to maybe reconsider their position, but who's to say you're not also encouraging theists to reconsider their position as well?
I think we lost them.
Did we lose?
Yes.
Did we lose our caller? Okay. Porpoise, if you want to try calling back and connect back up with us, we can, or we can just we can kind of wrap that up. But I think that no matter how you do it, no matter what you do, there's going to be people complaining you, especially on the internet. I mean, that's like the worst place to try to to get an idea of what society thinks of any particular subject, because you're going to have a handful of people that are totally gung-ho in favor of it, and you're going to get a handful of people that talk about it like totally it's literally the devil. Yeah. And so just take that into consideration. You wish they would consider your position, but that can go both ways as well. So thanks so much for the call, Habeas Porpoise. I appreciate that perspective.